I'm going to have a hell of a time when I get to this place in Sterling, at least. I've got 2 copies of both of those. Okay. Apparently, I'm going to have to drag the stuff to the back of the trailer so that they can pull it off of the forklift, because there's no dock. It's not a big deal. North Platte, Nebraska. About an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Sterling. And I don't have to be there or can't be there until tomorrow morning. I might give them a call and see if I can come in early. I just don't know what good it would do to get unloaded early, but I'm running pretty low on hours and all that. I don't know. Do some editing. I haven't edited anything since I left New York. It's not going to do me that much good to edit either, because I get enough cell service here to barely watch TV, but it would take 2 days to upload a video from here. But I gotta sit here for 24 hours waiting, so I'll probably get some editing done. Walk around, do nothing. I got into a bit of an argument with a dude on TikTok recently. First of all, I wish I'd stopped doing it, because I know you're not going to change anybody's opinion, you know, with snapback reactions with people on the internet, but you know, this guy's he's talking about how you young guys with your big sleeper booths, you ain't real truckers, because you know, we had to sleep in our cab overs where you couldn't even stand up. We're real men and you're not. I don't understand it. I don't understand that whole generation of, there's like a whole type from that generation that thinks that they were the last real men in the world, and if you don't do things the way they did it, then you're just a soft. It's like, okay, whatever, dude. My philosophy in life is like, every one of us have struggles we go through, and we all do things a little bit differently, and as long as you're doing the job and you're maintaining some semblance of a life, and do it however gets you through it, man. And I got a lot of respect for those old timers that did this job without the internet and without cell phones. And like, I understand just how hard it would be to be out on the road for weeks on end with the only way to contact your loved ones was a payphone. Like, it was a different beast altogether. And I don't know if I'm man enough to handle that. That would be tough. I have a hard time, you know, with my mental health and stuff with the technology we do have. Maybe I could do it, maybe I couldn't. But what I wouldn't do is tell somebody that's starting now, because they have it a little bit easier in some ways, that somehow they're less of a truck driver. It's like, yeah, we have better access to our families than they did, but doesn't mean it's not hard. And it doesn't mean it's not worth it. You know, if it's something difficult doesn't mean it's not worthwhile.
Diesel, you're getting yourself all tangled up. You know how to fix it. Come on, buddy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy.
He's smart puppers. He might get himself wrapped around something, but if I give him a chance, he'll fix it. Which I've had dogs that are not smart enough to figure that out. He's just smart puppers. It's 5 o'clock mountain time. I'm ready for some home time, man. This is just a habit I have because I spent a lot of time at my grandpa's house. I never leave without the engine being warmed up. I actually got in an argument with a security guard at a shipping facility one day. Hold on, bud. I gotta get my warm stuff on. It's like 35 degrees outside. Anyway, I've been sitting in their staging area for like 12 hours and the engine was cold. And he was like, hey, I need you to start up and move your truck. I was like, all right, give me a few minutes. He's like, I need you to move it now. I was like, give me a few minutes. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, the engine's cold. It's got to warm up. I'm not going to move it until it's warm. Yo, you're only going 200-300 yards. I don't give a shit. I've done it this way my whole life. I'm going to continue to do it that way. Whatever, dude. It's just how I do things. Get over it. Dude needs a jump, apparently. Probably gonna wonder what the hell I'm doing here. But I'm gonna back up and get to the next fuel line so I'm not taking up two. I'm gonna go up there and jump his car for him. Can you back up for a second? Doesn't mean it's ground on this. Watch out. Here, let me do that. Look. It's got a little dog hair on it, but as soon as I pulled that off, it died, bro. Hold up. Hold up. As soon as I pulled that off, it died. Let's just hold. Pull it off. I don't know if you can see me very good or not, but it's not so much an appointment as it is a window, but I do need to get to Sterling to Yuma, Colorado, back to Sterling today because I'm picking up my back haul back in Sterling. buddy. He's gonna pull up behind me. All right. You know, it always reminds me to
Your seatbelt is unbuckled.
have patience with people, because you come up to a place you've never been before, and you're trying to take it slow and figure out the lay of the land, and you got guys that's been here 1,000 times coming around blowing the horn at you and flipping you the bird. It's like, okay. I mean, would you rather I just took off and wound up where I wound up, or would you rather me slow down and try to get the lay of the land and figure it out? Because I don't see how flipping me off and blowing your horn is helping anything. I've never been here before. Don't know the way of the land. This turn's going to be interesting. I got to take a basically a U-turn around this gate. Whew, that's a tight turn. That is not something I would normally even attempt, but let's see. Just take it as wide as I can here. It's enough. There's enough room. Just kind of barely. But anyhow, had them cussing me on the CV and everything else. Yep. Sure, you've never been somewhere you've never been before, trying to figure it out. Let's see. I got to come back here today too, so next time I'll know where I'm going. She was trying to give me directions on where I needed to be, and she pointed towards all this, like there's 15 different buildings over here. She's like, over there by the coolers. I was like, okay. And I was looking around, and it's like I saw this little building. I thought that might be what she's talking about, but I wasn't sure. It's like, so what do you mean by coolers? And she just like, she come out and was like pointing. It's like over there. I was like, okay, I understand it's over there. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff over there. It's like, oh, and she tried to like point. I was like, is it that little short building with the stuff on top? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. You could have said that, but because over there isn't real helpful. I didn't say that. I was like, okay, thank you. But in my mind, I was like, well, I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard to describe, like the little square building, the little silver square building with the little square boxes on the top. That's the cooler. Okay. Just showed up acting like he's gonna unload it with just the forklift. I had to ask him. So you guys got a pallet jack or something? Sure wish I had my tripod here already, but I don't. So it's gonna be hard to record anything. is going to be more complicated than getting in. I really don't know what the hell she's talking about. Like I could just cut across there somehow. Or you can just turn left. I think I'm just going to have to turn around and go back the way I came because that's about the only thing I can do. Pull up out of the way here and seal up my trailer. Send in my message, give Jason a call because I want to know how much I'm getting paid for that I just did. Because that was not light work. I got all but the last 3. I got 5 of them. And I was just out of gas. I finally asked him to send somebody up there to help me push on them because I just didn't have anything left in the tank. Those things weighed like 1,800 pounds a piece, and that pallet jack was just too small. And it was bottoming out. When I push on it, it'd tip over and grind out. And so it was just a pain in the ass is what it was. The situation with this company is my dispatcher doesn't know much. He doesn't really handle the paperwork stuff. Like his job is just to assign loads and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, you do get paid for it. I'm just not sure how much. I was like, all right. Well, it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be some grand amount or anything, but I mean, it makes me feel better. I get paid a little bit. By a little bit, I mean, hell, I'd be happy with 10 bucks a tote. $5 a tote, really, to be fair. I don't like this freaking turn here. I gotta just park on the railroad waiting on a chance to go down decent. Sure, concrete truck, just take your time and I'll sit here on this railroad track until you make your turn. Appreciate it. I don't like that at all. That's why you wear gloves when you're pulling off the seals.
already been informed. These motherfuckers won't even get on the trailer to help me, so that's fun. Holy shit. Boy, that is a hell of a workout. I couldn't budge these ones. I pick them up. I don't know if there's a pellet jack or the fact that I'm on a tiny little bit of an incline here. And I picked them suckers up and I pulled as hard as I could and they wouldn't budge. They couldn't get on the truck. So for a good 2 minutes there, it was just like, well, they were just kind of staring at me. Like, I can't budge them. I'm pulling with everything I got. They're not moving. So either somebody's gonna have to help me or the shit's not coming off. Well, we can't get on the truck. You got a rope? Anything I can hook onto and you guys can help me pull? Nobody knew anything. They went and found foreman. They had a big long, like 30 or 75 foot long tow rope with a latch on the end of it. So I had to hook it up to that. They had two guys standing on the ground pulling on the thing, and I'm pulling with everything I had just to get it to the back of the trailer. And then they pick it up with a forklift. $5 a tote. Next time I get this load, I'm gonna say $20 a tote or you can go kiss my ass. I ain't doing this again for $5 a tote. It ain't worth it. So hey, I was on the phone with the wife and I was kind of chatting about the situation and my energy started to come back and I was like, that was the best workout I've had in 10 years. And I got paid to do it. And I had to, because I had already called Jason. It's like, dude, I'm not doing that again for $5 a tote. And I called him back. And I was like, yeah, I take all that back. I was like, I got to thinking about it later down the road. My energy started coming back. I started feeling better. I was like, not only will I do that load again, I'll take it as often as I can get it. He's like, wait, what? Like 20 minutes ago, you didn't want to do it at all. I was like, yeah, I was being a bitch. I was worn out and frustrated and being a bitch. And then I realized that my 18-year-old self would have been hyped to do that. Because I did the math. I just moved 36,000 pounds, 50 feet, 2,000 pounds at a time. And I got a full body workout doing it. And I got paid to do it. I can't think of a better way to get fit. I'm sitting here trying to get fit, bitching and moaning because I got a workout. And so I called him back. I was like, all right, hey, everything I just said, I take it back. So not only will I do that load, I'll do it as often as you can give it to me. And he was confused. He's like, works for me. And he's like, why the change? And I told him all that. I was like, you can literally put in the notes, Roger said he changed his mind, he was being a bitch. He's like, I'll put that in there. He's like, I'm fine with it because I was being a pussy. I was worn out and frustrated, and instead of being hyped that I got a hell of a workout while getting paid, I acted like a little bitch and it was like, I don't want to do that no more. And I got to thinking, do I want to be the kind of dude that won't get paid to work out? That's some lazy shit. Now that's a hell of a driver. He sees I'm confused, don't know where I'm going. Instead of just driving by and flipping me off, he pulled up. He said, how are you doing today, sir? I was like, I'm doing well, how are you? He said, you looking for the sugar plant? I was like, yes, sir, I am. And he told me how to get there. I was like, man, you're awesome, appreciate you. He's like, no problem at all. I was like, hell, there are a few good dudes out here. You ain't got no reason to cry about it. I know you just want to go run and play in the fields of Colorado. Just wants to run in the fields of Colorado. React to it. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But, yeah. Come on. What you doing, buddy? Well,
Your seatbelt is unbuckled.
well, shut up. I clicked it. Pulled out of the dock and one of my taillights fell out. She found some double-sided tape to get it to stick. I'll stop at the truck stop, see if I can't find some screws for cheap and get them to, the rivets rubbed through and broken in half. I got a taillight falling out. I ain't even gonna lie to you, cause I don't lie. I know that sounds like something people say, but I like hate lies. I got like 4 hours left I could drive today, but I'm beat. That was a lot of work for me, more than I usually do, and I'm more plumb out. I've ever walked past a piece of machinery that I didn't want to jump on and play with. It's just a little something you need to know about me. Yep. Jesus. Well, there are risks to driving at night.